So I've had a go at a piece of artwork. I've done this one here of Albert Einstein, and I'm going to do one for you of Marilyn Monroe. But I just wanted to show you before I started what you might need. So I've got a printout there from the computer, just black and white copy. I've got some coloured worksheets of John Bergman that I just had at home, so I'm going to cut one of those up. You can see I've also got an old letter in the middle here. That's an old letter. I've got envelopes. I've got a bit of old coloured paper. In fact, it's the back of a worksheet that I've got. So basically, for this exercise, you're going to need bits of paper, maybe some felt tips, a printout from the computer, or you could have a photo from a magazine of someone, whatever, just an image of someone really. And you will need a Pritt Stick glue stick, and you might need things to draw around. So I've just picked out these shapes to draw around, a ruler, bits and bobs like that really. As always, just use whatever you've got to hand. It could be as simple or as complicated as you like, so use what you've got. So these are my finished images, my Marilyn Monroe picture and my Albert Einstein picture. And I wanted to just highlight a couple of key points before you start your own. You could theme it. So Einstein was a genius, he's a scientist. So you could take from this that his brain is so full of cleverness, it's almost kind of exploded out. So you might want to put little symbols into your piece of work that match with the character you've picked. For example, if you did your favourite sports person, you could put symbols of their sport in the image. I put hearts in for Marilyn Monroe because she's a bit of a heartthrob back in the day. So you can have a theme running through it. Also, the other thing I want to talk to you about is negative space, which I've put in my PowerPoint. Now this piece here was a cutout from this piece here, and I wasn't planning to do that, but when I cut this bit out, I thought, oh, I like the bit that's left behind. So I included that in there. So it's all about composition, this piece of work as well, really. So look at what you've got. Does the negative space between the shapes work? Is there an awkward gap that doesn't look right? Or maybe there's an awkward gap that is awkward, but it's really good. Like this is a bit of an awkward space here, but I kind of like the way it's cutting into his face a little bit. So it's about how you arrange things on the page. It's about the textures and patterns, the patterns that you put together and the lines you put together and the colours you put together. Try and have a little bit of balance here, you know, so if you've got a bit of colour here, you might want a bit of colour at the top, etc. Although it doesn't have to balance. But it's about experimenting, doodling and just playing around really.